Good people, how are you today? Good people, how are you today? How are you? How are you? Welcome to our live. Welcome to our live broadcasts. Welcome to our live broadcasts. Welcome. Welcome to our live broadcasts. Welcome. Just allow me to share. Just allow me to share. Just allow me to share. Just allow me to share our broadcasts. Just allow me to share our broadcasts. Just allow me to share the broadcasts. If you can hear me, just let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. If possible, let's just share the broadcast. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share the broadcasts. Let's share. Let's share. Those who are joining us for the very first time, my name is Remember Gumare from a company called Membi Holdings. We are a company based in Braamfontein, Johannesburg. It's a company, it's an accounting firm. We do accounting, we do risk management, we do fiduciary services, we do business consulting, we do strategy training, facilitation. We also do business advisory. So yeah, that's what we are. That's what we do for a living. So for more information, you can just visit our website www.membiholdings.com. You can find more info about us. You can also check us on social media as Membi Holdings, or if you just Google Membi Holdings, you see our services, or you see our pages, or just type Remember Gumare. You see some of the services that we offer, and you can also see some of the broadcasts that we have done. Almost each and every Friday we do Facebook Live discussing a lot of topics. They are very different, they are not the same. It's not like it's the same topic that we discuss every week. But in this month of May, we are going to talk about branding. Branding is more than a logo. So if you want to learn more about branding this month, just follow us here. Follow us on our Facebook Live. If you can't, you can even check after, because this recording will be found on our Facebook pages, so you can check us later on. Then also we are on YouTube. You can also check us. We are also on YouTube. You can check us what we do there. Yeah. So thank you so much. I'm just sharing so that we can start. But I'm in a couple of Facebook groups. I have joined this group specifically for that, so that I'll be able to also share some of the stuff that we do. So yeah, that's the reason. So but thank you so much, those who are joining us and those who will join us later on. There are some who won't be able to join us live, but you'll be able to join us later on. So I'm about to start. I'm just finishing up now. I'm just sharing on some of the Facebook pages that we are into. So yeah, but thank you so much, those who join us and those who join us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and for the support, we really appreciate. We really appreciate. We really appreciate. So thank you. We're gonna start our presentation now. Like I said, today we are going to talk about branding and what is branding and why is branding important, and who needs branding and why do you need branding. So this is what we're gonna do. Gonna need network just giving me a challenge. So my Gumare, how are you? How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? So yeah, we're going to talk about branding. What is branding and why branding is important, and what are the importance of branding. We're going also to talk about what we call branding perception. How do people perceive your brand? We are also going to talk about branding ecosystem. So we are going to talk about a lot of things, but today we are going to talk about part one. So I'm just going to give some few definitions of what is branding. I said Kotler, in fact not I said, Kotler and Keller in 2015, they defined branding is, they said branding is endowing products and service with the power of a brand. Kotler and Keller in 2015, they said branding is endowing products and services with the power of brand. Branding is the process of giving a meaning to a specific organization, company, products and services by creating and shaping a brand in the customer's minds. They are saying here, branding is all about giving a meaning to a specific organization, company, products or service by creating and shaping a brand in consumer's mind. Which means in the consumer's mind, when we talk, for example, of Nike, there's something that comes in their mind. When you talk about Nike or Adidas or KFC or McDonald's, there's something that you think when you hear these names. So that's what Kotler and Keller are saying here. It's giving a meaning to a specific organization, company or product by creating and shaping a brand in customers' minds. They also said it is a strategy designed by organization to help people to quickly identify and experience their brand and give them a specific reason to choose their products over the competitors by clarifying what this product, why this particular brand is and is not. So branding is a strategy designed by organization to help people to quickly identify and experience their brand by giving them the reason to choose a certain brand or their service or their product over a competitor's product. And branding, we are saying, it's a strategy also. It helps by clarifying what is a particular brand and what it is not. Which means when we mention Membi Holdings, what do you think? Do you even know that there's a company called Membi Holdings? You might not know. But if we say KPMG, you might know them. If we say McDonald's or Nando's, you are able to think or to create a certain memory or a picture in your mind because maybe this brand is well known, right? So when the brand is known, it can be known for good reasons or for bad reasons. But that's what we are talking about today. So we are saying the objective is to attract and retain loyal customers and their stakeholders by delivering a product and a product that is always aligned with what the brand promises. When you think of Coca-Cola, people will buy Coca-Cola more than they buy maybe Refresh or Kingsley here in South Africa, or over maybe this other brand, this brand from America, what do they, Pepsi. Which means when someone mentions Coca-Cola, there's a certain loyal clients that they attract, which might not buy maybe beer, or which might not buy maybe energy drink, because Coca-Cola is a well-known brand. So we are saying branding is a marketing practice that involves creating a unique name, a design, a symbol, or other features that distinguish one's products or services from those of its competitors. We are saying branding is a marketing practice that involves creating a unique name, a design, a symbol, or other features that distinguishes one's product from the competitor's product. That's what is branding. This is our only definition. Branding is essential for businesses because it helps to create a lasting impression on the minds of customers. Which means when we talk of branding, we are saying it helps the business to create a lasting impression on the minds of customers. There are some brands that when you hear of these brands, you are not happy about them. Which means that brand or product, it has created a lasting memory, right? Or a lasting impression in your mind of what that product does and what that product does not. Okay, when we talk of branding again, we also want, this was the definition for branding. We took it to where we are saying branding is a way of trying to create a certain picture in the mind of a customer or a consumer of a certain product. That picture that you have created in the mind of the customer must be lasting for you to say you have got a good brand, which means whatever you have done, it is. There are some products that way. I was talking to someone, I was saying Coca-Cola, they started their organization. I think Coca-Cola, the first one was being sold in 18 something. Now we are in 2023. They are still selling the right product, same product, year in, year out. I heard that there are billion liters that are consumed every day. The Coca-Cola brand, right? Which means it's a brand. They are well known. There is a lasting impression. When you think of Coca-Cola, you think of refreshment, which means they've created a lasting memory or a lasting impression in your mind. So that's what the branding is all about. Then when we talk of branding also, we also need to consider what is, these are definition, what is product. I said product. In fact, Keller and Kotler again, they said broadly a product is anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a need or a want, including physical goods, services, experience, events, persons, places, properties, organization, information, and ideas. We are saying they said when we talk about a product is something that can be offered to the market to satisfy a certain need. When you think that a product, we offer accounting services, that's our services that we are offering to the market. What is it saving? We are saying for organizations, they need to prepare by law, as long as you are a registered company, as long as you trade, you are supposed to do financial statements. So we are saying we are selling a service of accounting. Because you have registered a company, you need to do your tax. You need someone to advise you how to run your business. You need someone to help you with your risk management. You need someone to advise you. So these are products and services that we are offering to the market. I hope it's understood. This means that a product can be anything from accounting services, from a flight, from a language course, clothes, food, toothbrush, etc., or even a camera. That's a product. Then when we talk of branding again, besides talking about a product, we need to talk about a brand. What is a brand? Brand is not branding, right? A brand, the American Marketing Association says a brand is a name, term, or a design, or a symbol, or any other feature that identifies one's seller's goods or a service as distinct from those of other sellers. We are saying when we talk of a brand name, a brand, we are saying when you talk of a brand, it's a name, a term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies one's goods or services from the others. Here I've got a UA phone. A UA is a brand. You know that there is a UA phone, there's a brand. The UA is different from this Mac, from this iPhone. It's different. It's from the Sony camera that we are using. They are different products. So we are saying a brand is a name, terms, which makes it different from the others. If you check iPhones, they are different from Samsung phones. They are different from UA. It's a certain product which is a bit different from the other. You can consider a brand as the idea or image people have in mind when thinking about a certain product, services, and activities of a company, both in a particular way. Which means when we mention iPhone, you are thinking of better product than Smartdeal or from UA or from Samsung. I personally, I prefer Apple products than Samsung. Not because Samsung are bad products, no, but that's the brand that I am associated with. That's the brand that I love to own than a Samsung, which is very good product. So we are saying now, when you talk of a brand, it's a name. When someone says Samsung, what do you think first? There are some brands like which are very good, I will not mention, but there are some brands which are very poor quality. So when people mention a brand, what do you think? Right, now we are saying it is therefore not just the physical features that creates a brand, but also the feelings that consumers develop towards the company or its products. When you hear of a brand or a specific feeling that you have got, the emotions that you have when you mention a certain product, or when you hear, for example, chicken licken, what do you think? Some of us will think of hot wings, understand? We think of hot stuff when you talk of chicken licken, right? When you talk of a name like Nando's, what do you think? When you talk of maybe Holdings, what do you think? When you talk of Manchester United or Chelsea, let me use Chelsea. What do you think when you talk of Chelsea? You know that these are the whipping balls. They are being whipped left, right, center, in front. So it's a name. So a name is attached to the branding. A name is attached to it's attached to the product. A name is attached to a service. Okay. A well-executed branding strategy can differentiate a company from its competitors, and it increases customer loyalty and drives sales. When we are talking of a good branding strategy, it can differentiate a product. It can differentiate a product. It can differentiate what you do from the rest. You understand? So we need to develop better products. We need to develop better brands. Our name needs to be a better name. The Bible even says, I'm a Christian, Proverbs 22, a good name is better than silver and gold, which means a good brand is well much better than anything else. When you are doing financial statements to sell a product, there's something we call goodwill. There's something called goodwill or reputation. People will sell or will buy reputation. No one knows how Samsung 15 is going to be. No, Apple 15, iPhone 15. No one knows. There's Apple 14 now, iPhone 14. The people, they know. But people will queue to buy iPhone 15 before even using it, because it's a good brand, because it's a good product. The products that Apple has manufactured before, people trust those products. So that's the advantage of a good brand. I hope I am helping someone here. I hope I am helping someone. I hope I'm helping someone. Hope I'm helping someone. So we have spoken about, let me just check something. We have mentioned the issue of product, we've mentioned branding, we've mentioned brand, what is a brand. But who does it affect? This whole thing we are talking about, branding, who does it affect? The branding, number one, it affects the consumers or the customers. So it will help the customers with making the decision. It helps customers with making the decision whether to buy or not to buy. Which means when we talk of a brand, it will help. When you've got a good brand, it becomes you need to do something to push that brand. That's what we call branding. When we are pushing that brand now, people will have a long-lasting impressions about your product. Then people, the consumers, which is the end users of your products, they'll decide, it will help them to decide whether to buy this product or not. I hope you hear me. It also affects the employees, shareholders, and third parties. Besides helping consumers to distinguish similar products, successful branding strategies can also aid into a company's reputation. We are saying a good branding strategy, it can also help you to aid good reputation. Number two, I said this asset can affect a range of people, from consumers to employees, investors, shareholders, providers, and distributors. Right? As an example, if you don't like or don't feel connected to a brand, you would probably not want to work with it or to use it. I am not a fan of Mobicel. I'm not a fan of Oppo or Vivo. They are good products. But because I don't have any connection with it, I won't buy them. So I won't spend. So even those guys, when they are advertising, I don't think they'll advertise to me because I don't have a relationship with them. But because I've got a relationship with iPhone, on my page, when I'm scrolling sometimes on my Facebook, I always see these adverts from iPhone, which they might not send to Tashinga or to Gumare, not because they are bad, but because they are using Samsung phone and UA. The adverts that they'll get, maybe they are more of UA, from UA products. You understand? So, however, if you feel like the brand understands you and offers products that inspire you, you would probably desire to work for it or to be part of it in this world. So we were talking about who does it affect. Now we are saying, how can it be done? This branding thing, how can it be done? Companies tend to use different tools to create and shape a brand. For example, branding can be achieved through brand definition. When we talk about brand definition, what's the purpose? What's the values? What is promises? As a company, what is the purpose? Last time we were teaching about mission, vision, and other stuff, and we said mission, that's the reason why you are living. That is the reason why a product is manufactured. Why is Membi Holdings in existence? That's our mission. Say, Madira, how are you? Mike Mara, how are you? Hey, my Indians, how are you? You guys, I told you last time, you should send me money to come to Dubai. Thank you so much. Mildred Kapuyu Karwara, how are you? Tashinga, how are you? Thank you for watching, good people. So we are saying, when you talk of a brand, you need to have a brand definition. What is the purpose of your brand? What do you value? And what promises do you give to your clients? If people are to come to you now, what will you promise them? But the problem, yesterday we went for a memorial service. One of our clients' administrator passed on the 30th. So yesterday we went for the memorial service. May he so rest in peace. But there came a politician, one of the guys. Let's hope the client is not watching this video. There came a politician. He was promising a lot of stuff. I even told my wife, because I went with my wife there, because this client is also my wife's client. So we were talking and said, these politicians, they've started. The problem with the politicians, they promise and they don't fulfill. That's the problem with the politicians, especially Africans. Because I'm an African, I know them. If ANC promises this, if DA promises this, if EFF promises this, the chance that they'll do it very slim. When you talk about the other side, I will not mention them, you know them. They promise and they never do it. But we are saying, as a brand, what are you promising your customers? When you promise them, do you fulfill them, the promise that you do? You know, at one time we bought, my wife bought a microwave from Game. I'll mention this. From Macro. She bought a microwave from Macro. But somehow, it stopped working, I think, within 2 months. She took it back to Macro. They just said, no, we're going to refund you. Do you want a refund or you want another microwave? As simple as that. That's what good brands do. You can't say that a customer is complaining and you are full of reasons. You lie this one, you lie today, tomorrow you lie. Honor your promises. Right? Honor your promises. Right, brand proposition statement. Proposition statement. What are you promising clients and what do you stand for? What makes you unique? Last time you were talking of unique selling proposition and we said this is a promise that you are offering to a client which distinguishes you from everyone. So you can do branding by having a brand propositioning statement. You also need brand identity. You need to have a name. You need to have tone of voice, visual identity design, which include your logo design, the colors, the typography, the letters, the font that you use. People need to understand with you. They need to associate with you. When you talk to client as an individual, how do you talk to them? The tone of your voice. You know, when we were doing O-level, there's something that they call registers. They were saying, when I say, come here, and when I say, come here, it's the same words, but the way, the tone that I'm using. The other one is scaring people. The other one is attracting people. Pastor Marume, how are you? How are you, man of God? Thank you. He's my coach, this man. Our coach is always teaching people better stuff. So thank you so much. He has got 2 books that he has published. So yeah, you can buy them. I can send the link after this. So we are saying that, so the design, you know, I was talking, you know, my wife, she's into embroidery. You know, this shirt, this is Membi Holdings, this is our logo. We are saying, now we are talking of brand identity. So when you see this thing, the logo here, you know, this is Membi Holdings. Our colors, these are our colors, red and navy blue and pitinyana of white. You won't find our logo being cream, indigo, and all other colors that are found on rainbow. No, you need to stick to your colors. You know, if your logo is navy blue and black, that's it. Unless you are printing as black and white, that's only the exception that will give you. So we are saying the logo design, your logo needs to be good. So I was talking to my wife. So she was saying, hey, this person came to her workplace because they wanted to do embroidery. But this person now, the logo for this person, it had, she wanted a lion. And my wife was discouraging this person to say, no, we can do an embroidery, the whole lion, it's okay. But we want things that to come nice. Now I'm thinking now, what this person does and the lion, there's no link there. So your logo need to speak to what you do. You can't have a python as your logo and you are a church. I'm thinking now, what's wrong with you? You can't have a python and you are You are an accounting firm. We will think that, what's wrong with you? Why did you design a lion? Why should a lion or a scorpion or a tortoise be a logo of an accounting firm? So your logo needs to make sense. Mr. Msundire, how are you? How are you, Mr. Msundire? How are you? How are you? How is Australia? You guys should be asleep now, but at least couldn't asleep because you came to watch. Thank you so much, my brother. Buchirai Lakson Taka, how are you, my brother? Ellen Moritz, how are you, Mama? Are you okay? How are you? How are you, sister? Sister Ellen, how are you? I hope you are okay. So, how do you do it? We are saying, I have made brand definition, brand position statement. I have mentioned brand identity, advertising and communication. You know, people are advertising. Nowadays, people are using, I always say, social media is the cheapest way of advertising. If you check on my status, the one that I use for business, my normal phone, I've got a pamphlet or a flyer of maybe holdings almost every day, or the next day. Maybe I jump one day, but I'm always posting things that we do as a company. Why should I spend? Yes, jokes are okay. Nowadays, chairs, when we mention chairs, you know what we mean, you know. But sometimes we post just jokes. But you can't say every time that you post there are jokes, unless you are a comedian. Use social media to advance your product. Use social media to look for a job. Use social media to advance a certain brand. My chipets, how are you? How is SRIS? So we are saying advertising and communication. You need to use, now this we are talking of adverts. The radio, magazine, outdoor, website, mobile app, all this. Then sometimes you need to sponsor. You need to sponsor. Sponsoring people, they push their brands by sponsoring events and partnerships. You know, by sponsoring events. You know, at one time people were complaining to say, hey, our company doesn't pay well, but they spend time sponsoring soccer. I said, no, they are very right. Your company is very right. They are pushing the brand. You push the brand. When people recognize the brand, they come and buy the products. That's how you make money. So by sponsoring and forming partnerships is the way of pushing a brand. By sometimes the products and packaging design. There are some, you know, products that are properly and well packaged. You know, it could be, you know, last time we were talking about I think 4 P's. Now there are 7 or 8 P's of marketing. Then Apostle Smango, how are you, man of God? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. So last time we were talking about P's for marketing. We mentioned the issue of place. We mentioned the issue of products, the personnel. We mentioned the issue of packaging and stuff. And you might have a good product, but if it's not well packaged, you might not get customers. You might have a good product, but if you don't position it well in the market, you won't find customers. You might have a good product, but if your pricing is too low or they're extremely high, people will not buy from you. You know, the issue of promotion. This whole week in South Africa, this whole month, the past month and including this month, people were queuing for buying an energy drink called Prime. I don't know. People were just saying, you know, that Prime drink, they manufactured it in South. It's not manufactured here in South Africa. It's manufactured somewhere there in America or Europe, somewhere there. But this product was selling for something like, I think, around close to 1,000 rand. 500 millimeters, 500 mils, a bottle of energy drink. And people were queuing to buy it. Then now what happened from the 1st of this month, Checkers, ShopRite Checkers, they have got, they are the distributing company. They are the distributing shop in South Africa. So people were queuing to buy it. And some people were calling on radio. They were even saying, this product, after they've bought it, remember on Take a Lot, it was being sold for close to 1,000. Now ShopRite Checkers comes and sells this product. It's 4 rand. Now just imagine, some people, they bought it at 1,000. Someone is coming to buy it at 4 rand. Same product, same everything. Now, people were queuing to buy this product for 4 rand. Others, they were even saying, they were complaining to say, this product, it didn't satisfy me the way I thought it did. But because it's a brand, it has been promoted well, people were buying it. Now people were regretting. Others were buying in boxes. They were regretting now to say, why did they even buy the product? Because it was expensive than that they thought. So in store, there's also in-store experience. What do you experience when you visit a certain store? Now we are talking of also customer service. How do you treat your customers? It's a branding. We're talking